when the trial came. When George's parents came to visit him, they used to bring his younger brother Jonathan. George and Jonathan would get off to one side, the visiting room, and whisper together. What went on between them can be seen in this book in the excerpts from Jonathan's correspondence. At the age of 16, Jonathan had an extraordinary insight into the nature of guerrilla warfare. In some of his letters, George was later to refer to Jonathan as his alter ego. After George was accused of the murder of the guard on the 16th of January, Jonathan began to get his first taste of American justice. Jonathan himself wrote, "People have said that I am obsessed with my brother's case and the movement in general. A person that was close to me once said that my life was too wrapped up in my brother's case and that I wasn't cheerful enough for her. It's true, I don't laugh very much anymore. I have but one question to ask all you people and people that think like you. What would you do if it was your brother?" On August 7, 1971, Jonathan Jackson entered a courtroom in San Rafael, California, and attempted to free 3 black convicts, one of whom was on trial for assaulting a guard. He armed the convicts and took 5 hostages, including the assistant district attorney and the judge, still dressed in his robes. He died a few minutes later in a hail of bullets inside a rented van that was being used for the getaway. "We're taking over," he said. At 17, Jonathan had already come to the conclusion that the only way he could affirm his sense of justice was at the point of a gun. His experience of life in America had convinced him that the only way he could be heard was by an act of suicidal daring. "You can take our pictures. We are the revolutionaries." With these words, he announced to the world that he was not a criminal, because he no longer recognized the legitimacy of white law. When his sister heard the news of his death, she cried out, "But he was only a boy." Her mother corrected her, "Don't say that. He was a man. They killed his father a long time ago. Jonathan wasn't going to let that happen to him. He was going to live like a man." After his death, George wrote in a letter, "I haven't shed one tear. I'm too proud for that. A beautiful, beautiful man-child with a submachine gun. He knew how to be with people. I love Jonathan, but his death only sharpens my fighting spirit. I'm proud just to have known that he was flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood." In a conference 3 days later, he said, "I love that boy. I was the first to stand him up in his crib. Not a crib, really. All we had was a box. I taught him how to walk. I wanted to teach him how to fly. I'll think of him now as I think of Che Guevara." George Jackson's last book, Blood in My Eye, speaks with the voice of the dead. Not only the dead George Jackson and his brother Jonathan, but the living dead in all of the jails and ghettos of this country. It speaks with the voices of the men who have already given themselves up for dead and who have nothing left to give except a death for the people. It is very much a book by a man who considered himself doomed. In his last letters, George wrote about the judicial process as the end game. He had foreseen and foretold his assassination at San Quentin 1,000 times. 10 years of blocking knife thrusts and the pick handles of sadistic pigs. The fact that the author of this book lived with his death for so many years gives his book a kind of special importance, but it would be a mistake to consider it simply as the work of an individual. George always refused to consider himself an individual. Untold thousands, both inside and outside prison, joined in its proclamation of total revolutionary war. This book was written literally in Bedlam, with the author locked in solitary for a minimum of 23.5 hours a day. In the midst of raucous screaming that never stopped, the screams of prisoners being beaten, the screams of men retreating from intolerable pain into madness. It is a book about taking the revolution that George worked and died for inside the prison out into society at large. His message to his revolutionary brothers is crystal clear. Settle your quarrels. Come together. Understand the reality of our situation. Understand that fascism is already here, that people are already dying who could be saved, that generations more will die or live poor, butchered half-lives if you fail to act. Do what must be done. Discover your humanity and your love in revolution. Pass on the torch. Join us. Give up your life for the people. George Jackson was shot and killed inside San Quentin on August 21st, 1971. The convicts who were with him inside the cell block where he was being confined have asserted that he sacrificed his own life to save them from an official massacre. An affidavit filed by the inmates of the San Quentin Adjustment Center shortly after the author's death. This would only have been in keeping with the character of his entire life. Gregory Armstrong, October 15th, 1971. Blood in my eye. We must accept the eventuality of bringing the USA to its knees. Accept the closing off of critical sections of the city with barbed wire, armored pig carriers crisscrossing the streets, soldiers everywhere, Tommy guns pointed at stomach level, smoke curling black against the daylight sky. The smell of cordite, house-to-house searches, doors being kicked in, the commonness of death. March 28th, 1971. Letter to a comrade. My sister has informed me of your release and the political education class you have formed. From her words and your messages, I sense that we are still together. We've gone through approximately the same changes since they separated us. The confused flight to national revolutionary Africa, through the riot stage of revolutionary Black America. We have finally arrived at scientific revolutionary socialism with the rest of the colonial world. I was hoping that you wouldn't get trapped in the riot stage like a great many other very sincere brothers. I have to browbeat them every day down here. They think they don't need ideology, strategy, or tactics. They think being a warrior is quite enough. And yet, without discipline or direction, they'll end up washing cars or unclaimed bodies in the city-state's morgue. But I was almost certain that wouldn't be your destination, brother. Though I no longer adhere to all of Nechayev's revolutionary catechism, too cold, very much like the fascist psychology, revolution should be love-inspired. His first line contains the incontrovertible truth. The black revolutionary is twice doomed. At times I wonder about the present state of revolutionary black consciousness. It's really annoying to hear blacks express right-wing traditionalist political ideals. I mean the same spiel you get from Wallace, Maddox, Hearst, or Hunt, coming from black people like Lomax, Young, Bunch. Some recently dead now, thanks to the forces of good. I think Lady Lomax is still around, though representing Africa with her Anglo-Saxon vernacular. Her husband, L. Lomax, was CIA. Did you read The Reluctant African, which was sheer propaganda for the owner, disguised in blackface? These are the really dangerous people. When we leap to destroy the owner, we'll have these kinds of niggers to fight. They will use the tactic white left-wing causes to protect their boss's white right-wing causes. You must teach that socialism, communalism is as old as man.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at, whatever time you're in. Hope you're doing good. Hope life's treating you all right. Hope the week has, you've made it to the end. If maybe a little frog in your spirit, in your heart, carry that frog with you always. It's me, the electronic frog, One Frog 9. We're here live every Thursday and Saturday, pending absolute and total destruction or laziness or life in general. Yeah, we were not, you may have noticed, we were not live. This past Thursday, I was super busy and it just wasn't going to happen. It just wasn't going to work. Had to make a pie. It was really delicious pie. I'll get into that later. But yeah, we just got finished listening to George Jackson's Blood in My Eye being read. It's on YouTube from a YouTube channel called Black Flag Audiobooks. Here's the link if you want to listen to that. And we were also looking at a Mandelbrot fractal thing as kind of a visual accoutrement to that. I thought that was pretty interesting. How he was just talking, he was like kind of urging people, specifically his fellow prisoners, to look around, see the reality of the situation, and discover their humanity in the revolution, for Black liberation, for all people's liberation from the Euro patriarchal supremacy, if you will. I don't know. I thought that was a pretty powerful call from him, and I thought it was interesting how he's talking about the riot stage. I'm not really sure what he's referring to, but I'm sure it's some socialist or communist theory or some kind of revolutionary theory or about these different stages of radicalization, possibly. And he was just saying, okay, people in the riot stage, they need to go beyond that. They need to go into the planning and the strategy stage, of whatever it is they're doing. So I thought that was really interesting. If you are able, hit up this petition right here, texting "N the exception," all one word, to 52886. That's "N the exception," 52886, all one word. Send it over there. And when you can, make sure that my captions are working properly. Excellent. All right, cool. So we did that. And also I was going to ask you guys, as always, as we get into the holiday season here, to spread some seasonal joy for the holidays. That can be writing a letter of encouragement to a prisoner. You can also be a holiday sponsor and give a gift to a child or children of somebody who may have incarcerated parents. And if some of that is just a little bit out of your reach, but you can donate some postage, you can send that to Cash App, A Rebels World, or Venmo, A Rebels World. But if you're interested in helping out with supporting children of incarcerated folks, or even writing a letter, reach out to outthemud.jls at Proton Mail, and they will be able to get you hooked up on that program over there. All right, so jump in there, help them out, and try to rise out of being one of the living dead. He also talked about the living dead, those inside the prison and those outside of it, who have resigned themselves to the systems, to this fate. And yeah, let's get out of that, right? Living dead. Let's not be living dead. Let's be living alive, and thinking about what is beyond the revolution, what is beyond abolition.
Shay.
All right, because that's what this petition, I didn't really mention that, is for the Abolition Amendment. Is to remove an exception to slavery from the 13th Amendment, but we have to put a 28th Amendment forward to nullify that previous amendment. It's some governance bullshit, but that's the play for these folks here. And if, as always, if petitions aren't quite your jam, you're looking for something a little bit more beyond that, check out these abolitionist organizations where you can learn from Abolition Today. When they're live, they have a whole archive of broadcasts talking about the history and the modern day effects and strategies of abolition today. They've talked to Frederick Douglass's descendants. They've talked to not Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman's descendants. It's pretty fascinating that those legacies are still alive and fighting, and even some of them didn't even understand that there was an exception to slavery in the 13th Amendment. They didn't know, because it's like the beast is so good at what they're doing. We just got to be better, right?
Word.
They teach us that that they got the way when they don't have the way. They don't.
Amen.
So yeah, I guess I'll just say what is up. Pirate Queen Cat, Pirate Queen Indigo Cat, how are you?
Just here today, in gratitude.
I'll be honest,
really
y'all.
powerful. I like that art, George Jackson.
No, go ahead. Were you taking notes about something you wanted to say about that, or?
Well, I just
saw you
wrote
writing over
down.
there.
I mean, I think it really helps me focus my thing. It's revolution is love inspired,
Yeah.
and I think erotica, or the eros, or the speaking of people's relationship with each other in an intimate way, is the communication level that I feel that I can help clear up. Because it's what I've chose to do for myself, and looking at myself as a woman who always had this fascination with either drawing or exploring the freeing of the body and erotica, there was always someone saying no. I mean, there was always this area where I felt the body got exploited, and it was very public in its exploitation and advertising. But there was no subtlety between porn and erotica. And so
Right.
I'm here trying to pull it all into just the pure innocence of sensual and sexuality. And it's something I haven't been able to say. It's been hidden. So anyway, what George Jackson's talking about is we have a choice. We have some choices where we could be expressing love to one another instead of declaring war and pain on one another continually, generationally. So that's what I want to explore with my NFTs. So I'm putting them in editions and collections to do that. So thank you for allowing me to be here. Power to the people. Power to the people.
Yeah, thanks for calling
power
it
to
down.
the
I was
people.
I was not feeling it today. and you know, I was just gonna say no, but
That's why we're a team.
you pulled it up. So kudos to you. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you, Pirate Queen, Indigo Cat.
That's why we're a team. Commitment on both parts.
Because we keep showing up, man. But this is our journey. You know, this
Yes.
is my journey. This is your journey. We're just documenting that.
Defining it
And,
as we go, and then we'll be better planners.
It's in pursuit of what is our value? What is my value? What are we bringing? And if you know, hit us up in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter, on our social medias.
Or share.
You can see us. You see
Or
there's
criticize.
hers. Oh, no. Right there. You can find Pirate Queen Indigo Cat if you're interested in her projects, her art, her ideology, her thoughts and words. That's where she puts them all, right there on TikTok, on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
But what you were just talking about with the erotica, I mean, just to let you guys know, I mean, we don't really talk about this a lot, but we met at an event that you made called Naked and Sober. And I'd heard about it, and I was really fascinated.
It was in the newspaper, right? It was in Mountain Express.
It was in the Mountain Express. It was in a public. It was a public event, open to the public.
Yeah,
and
during the art walk in the River Arts District.
Super real. I was like, what? Never even heard of that. And I was like, what is this? And it said the public, after 6, the public will be invited to be naked together. And I was like, okay. I got to check this out. So I went, and that was just the start of us getting to know each other because we were the only ones that actually got naked. And it wasn't
Everyone
about
else
sex.
was voyeurs.
This wasn't about sex, and even if
No.
it was about sex, who cares? I mean, sex is pretty cool if you've tried it, but no,
Right.
we were. This
It was
a
just a
social-
naked art exhibition where the artists and the guests were invited to be naked and sober between 6 to 10 p.m.
and we did, and we had a friend of ours, come through who was a Buto performer, and that was the first time I'd even learned about Buto, and
Mhm.
but that was really a powerful start to our friendship, our relationship. And
Midnight Naked Buto.
Midnight Naked Buto, yeah.
Julie Beckton Gillum.
And
Yeah.
so we, I mean, that was something that you've always kind of just talked about. I mean, even before we talked, just the idea, naked and sober. When are people, human beings, within the past century or more, or a couple centuries, when have we been just naked and sober
Right.
under this, paradigm of patriarchy and control?
Well, unless you're, part of a traditional nudist community,
Right.
but those are just don't seem to be as popular, or they're anyway.
Well, there's just a lot of-
COVID has made coming together.
Well, definitely.
Period.
But in general, even before COVID, there's a lot of stigma against sexuality, against the body, against being nude. So
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
the puritanical side of some of us. But it's like in me, I feel like the Yoruba part, needs yards and yards of fabric, but the Igbo part is like loves the beauty of just the natural, more naked body. I may be totally murdering that, but that's my understanding of those two bloodlines and how they express in me and how I see it expressed in art.
Well, but I just, yeah, I mean, but yeah, totally, and that's just what I've always appreciated about how you look at your art and look at what, how you're trying to push your own boundaries or just even express yourself.
Well, I think
especially in the erotic and the sexual arenas, and I just in my life have never really met anybody that, I mean, I've met a couple of people, I think, because there's certainly some circles like that going on around here, but
mhm,
I don't know.
the little kink and
Yeah, definitely.
Fet Life, et cetera, et cetera. There is an underground, and that's really good. I was just really kind of proud of Asheville. It was just, I don't know. I've looked at a lot of things, and I'm like, okay, if I'm criticizing that, I'm going to Gary V this and just create it how I would do it. How would I create a space that people could come and there would be cuddle parties and it would be just safe and educational, edutainment, and there would be food and exploring our senses. It's just, that's all it's about. And it's always gone on, but it's always had to be underground. And actually, I feel like our children would learn better from adults that had healthy relationships with their own bodies and respect for the bodies of their partner or partners. And, no matter what the gender of those, I mean, we're still focusing on loving this vehicle that we're in. And what are the choices that get made out of that, loving that vehicle? So I don't know. I think it's just finally I'm ready to come out. I've always been do things kind of sexy, but in a little kind of Christian-y way, because I'm a little colored Christian-y girl. But breaking through those barriers and being able to share it is my art. So, yeah.
So,
And I like sharing it with you. The great part of you being a partner is you listen to what I have to say, and you just
do my best.
listen, and you just don't say, "Oh no, I don't think you can do that, girl." You never say that. You're just like,
well, I do sometimes, but I don't really. I don't
listen to me.
you don't listen, and I don't really
Nah,
stick to
right?
it. I don't really stick to it because I know that you're just gonna do what you want anyway, and it's more fun that way.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, you
I barely
sound
have the focus to run my own life. How am I going to run anybody else's life?
now. See, you are a good husband trainer. Husband trainer. I used to hear husbands say that to their, in social meetings and yeah, I just do what she wants. And I was just like, wow, how do you get to that point? Well, you get to that point when you know what you want for yourself as a female. And for me, it's been quite a journey. Been a journey, but I'm grateful. Things are good.
Cool. So, yeah. So we're just letting you guys know or giving a little update. We're building in public, if you will.
Building.
That, we're still here. Not quite sure how we're putting together our artistic future yet, but we know it involves NFTs and it's just, we're just gonna, and it's not just gonna be limited to one series or one type of NFT or one object. It's gonna be a number of things. I know, because a lot of the things that come with this is this metaverse idea, all right?
Yes.
This idea that you can go in a virtual environment and display or trade NFTs or other digital assets or whatever. And I think these kind of digital spaces are just going to be more like storefronts, business
You
cards.
can buy, and you can purchase digital assets that I would like could be transferable to other environments like Decentraland or some of the other metaverses.
Yeah.
But I really do have the courage and confidence to feel like we are creating our own metaverse. Pirate Queen Indigo Cat, just of all my ideas and sketches and things, it's a metaverse with me at the center of it and with One Frog 9 at the center of his own. And so we come together in this shared space, and we're fortunate to have 7 acres we can actually do some physical things here. So we have land, we have forest. We've been able to just kind of do our own kind of Zen retreat through the plague times. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah. We've just been, even before then, we've just been trying to scheme how to turn this place into something that would just be a benefit to the area, to
us, to friends,
emotionally, socially, spiritually,
yes,
physically.
Yes. To have a farm stand. I can have a little farm stand down close to on our land that's off the Leicester Highway. So, and it just took a bit of a commitment for me and Britt to say, yeah, no, we're just doing it here. We're not doing it in someone else's building, someone else's team. We're building our own team. So, yeah, we're building our own team. Would you like to be part of our team? Do you feel like we build cooperatively. I don't build hierarchically or think that someone's an employee. So do you have something, a project or a part of you that maybe could fit on an acre of land and try something, build a cabin, build a solar something, I don't know, build a humanure house. I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely tried a lot, either organizing with other local groups, yes, or even with
Redneck
individuals.
Revolt.
And we haven't done like a big number of attempts like this, but we've done enough to where we've learned a lot. And, it hasn't always worked out just for, the human factor.
And other people's communities, Julie's community and the Buto community, the dance community, the art community.
Yeah.
And in Asheville. But the reality is we live in Leicester, North Carolina. And at some point, the people in town always say, well, you don't live here. And here in Leicester, we live here. So how do we look at it as an area where I would like to see the whole area progress, be diverse, have some farm-based industries, and increase the tourism and raise funds so the people here actually make money from what they do. and not be limited to getting a farm tax exemption if you have 10 acres when most of the people I talk to, they only have 7. So, that's written into the law. So we are the law. Let's make the laws benefit us so we can make a living here at home and educate our children and spend our time building community instead of building animosity and make it into a game. I mean, that's what's so great about the NFT and the new opportunity is that it puts us as producers on the same level as Walt Disney. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been because a lot of what I was learning about NFTs and all this has just been through Clubhouse. I just haven't been on there lately. Just a lot of drama and randomness on there. But I've been kind of hanging out with the Dream Conduit. That's another group, and they're actually working on Blender, like teaching people Blender goodness. And that's I haven't actually been able to make it to one of their meetings yet, but it seems like it's a regular thing. They're still just at the beginner stage, which I feel I'm a little bit beyond the beginner stage. Not completely, but getting there. Let's see. So I was gonna just pull this up real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And just show. Speaking of Blender, just a little update on how this is going. I did have it blinking actually, but this one, this is it's been quite a challenge trying to get this cat to animate.
Looking good, Bean.
That's the cat test. It was blinking, but I think I removed the blink for reasons. This one is also talking.
Oh.
Let me turn.
I hadn't seen that one. Oh, that was
so
great.
This one's good.
Yeah.
I like how it looks. I wanted to make the teeth bigger, but it's kind of difficult to. It's only difficult because I don't know how to actually do it yet. Because when I change the size of the tooth, I have to do it per keyframe, and you can see all these keyframes down here.
Oh my goodness!
But there has to be a way to do it where it just scales the teeth.
Yes.
I just want to mess with the size of the teeth, make them a little bit bigger because they're a little small. And if we're gonna look at, because this is gonna be, if you've seen some other streams, it's gonna be like the frog that I've made for me. This is but it's gonna be for you as a pirate queen indigo cat here.
So are the eyes going to be a solid color?
Yeah, I didn't work out what that was going to be yet. We can...
A color.
I was going to... What, we just want to put black or something?
That would be my first choice, and then see if it may compete with the star, maybe too heavy.
Yeah, it might. Well, I could do kind of like a broken eye thing looking... I could break up, the eye detail thing. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Well, just show it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is not what I wanted.
Evil cat.
That is not what I wanted.
That looks like an evil cat.
Change this.
Evil. She looks evil. I like the little teeth. I think they're kind of cute.
Yeah, they felt like I went through all this effort and you can hardly see them. I wanted to put a little more.
Yeah, I know.
Make them a little more detail.
Well, all of that just needs to be bigger.
Yeah, just these 4 teeth. But I think the animation's okay.
Yeah, it looks great. I wouldn't worry about it now. It's perfect. Perfect.
We're going to change this to draw mode. We're going to change this to draw. I'm on fill already. So I could do like a...
Oh, like a halftone?
Yeah.
I look like Alabelle.
That cat looked weird. Whoa!
Wow.
That looks so weird.
Ooh, I kind of like it. It just looked like, what?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with the eyes here, but
Yeah, I like it. Oh,
I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
Oh,
I did some other. Where's the collection here? Here's some other eyes we did. I can show you. I'll turn all those. No, 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 no. Turn that and that. So here's some other test eyes here.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun. I had fun trying to figure out.
I had fun too.
I had
fun watching you
All right.
do eyes. Oh, that's the other thing. I was going to play the guitar.
Oh my God, this is so weird looking. This is fun though.
It is.
This
It
is
definitely
really-
makes different expressions.
You can play us a song. What you got?
I'm playing the guitar.
What's the name of the song?
I don't know how to play the guitar. Ooh. I don't know how to play the guitar. I don't know. I don't know.
So I was
How
watching a lot of
to-
Squid Game yesterday,
Uh-oh.
last night,
Were you?
this morning to like 4 in the
God,
morning.
I can't believe you went on and watched it without me.
You didn't want to watch it. It's too violent. You're like, it's too violent. I can't handle all the violence.
But I must be strong so
Cat.
I
Why
can
doesn't this
create
cat look good?
in the cyberspace.
Oh, you know what I need to do?
Oh, wow.
It's like a goat cat.
Yeah, goat cat. Goat cat, where you been? Goat cat, goat cat, goat cat.
That's pretty funny.
Where you
like that.
been? What kind of eye is that? I like that
that's
you're
the goat.
creating
That's a goat cat.
new eyes that aren't like the anime eyes, you know? They're not Steven Universe, their own universe. I always like making something new. We haven't seen. That's a cat eye there.
Yeah, that cat looks great.
Cat.
Let's just make it a little bit better. Whoa, my God.
Vagina eye.
I could just, this is the stream now, guys. I'm doing this all day. We'll be here
Vagina
every day.
eye.
for the rest of
You
Blender's
made a
lifetime.
vagina eye cat. Cat, got vagina eye.
Vagina cat.
Cat,
That was the cat's-
got vagina eye. That's why they call her pussy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they call
Oh
her
my God, these look cool as hell.
Cat,
This cat will
vagina
make you walk the plank for sure.
eye.
Walk the plank.
She's a mean
Walk the
pirate
plank.
cat.
All right, let's keep singing now.
What do you think of that? I'm a mean pirate cat. And what do you think of that? Oh, I'm a mean pirate cat. Meow.
Well, I could do this all day.
I know.
I know I can do it all day.
Well, and I'm just going to say this part is just some words that are being.
Huh?
I have like a word cloud
Yeah.
that's coming together
Oh, yeah?
for my erotica.
Oh, yeah?
Cat's Harbor, erotica, exotica, tattoos, digital assets, red lace, black lace, sheer, unisex, black and white. First edition, Carlos and the Black Milady.
Yeah.
Causal bodies, sky-clad, snow-clad, Ishvara. Nothing to hold on to anymore. Great central sun, the moment of desire. Central sun magnet, naked and sober. 3, a ticketed event. White fire and blue lightning. At Cat's Harbor. Yeah.
Oh my God, I could just draw cat eyes over and over and over.
When surrounded by death and war, we are here to share love for all and lights, grace, ending war, prisons and slavery, sin, disease, death, corporate beast,
Corporate bees.
machine,
Where are the corporate bees?
crisis, patriarchy is descended and transmuted in the light. Violet flame, Saint Germain, la 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 la, la 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 la. And, oh wow, I love the cross eyes.
Oh, did you see the check these out?
Are you saving all these?
Nope.
Oh, I love this. Oh,
Not these. Hold on.
Now she's like a tiger. Oh, I love these. See, these are
this one.
different dimensions of things that she can be.
There it is. That looks pretty fucking good, man.
That's great. Well, save it.
Oh.
You don't wanna?
It's too hard.
Just file save as. What do you mean it's too hard?
I have to do a thing and stuff. I'll do it.
Yeah, and just name it.
I'll do it.
Name it. This is like Attack Cat or something. I know it looks like a wildcat, doesn't it? See, you're doing all these variations on the faces, so we'll have all these different hand-drawn, generated faces for the Pirate Queen Indigo Cat. And then I have the hand-drawn cards. Oh, look at that. You got the sketches over there. You got it over there.
Oh, wait, no. Z. Yeah.
Thank us.
Yeah.
I figured it can't.
Yo, what's up, Alapak? That's right. We're hanging out in Blender today.
Blending in Blender.
We are blendering. And this is going to be, I don't know if you've seen my Talking Frog little PNG tuber thing where I do, this guy right here. I do, oh, it's on your face. That's funny. Aha.
Aha.
So that frog there that I have is, it reacts to my voice. You may or may not have seen it, but I'm working on one for Pirate Queen here. She has a cat, talking cat. And that's where it's at.
Mine is going to sing songs and then do tap dance.
It's going to sing kitty songs.
It's going to sing kitty pirate songs. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
We made eyes.
Ooh, attack eyes.
Are these on the cat eyes? Yeah, it's on the list.
Love eyes.
Oh, no, I didn't put it. Okay, I know how to add it now, though, I think.
Send it eyes.
Send to...
Ahoy, mateys.
Move to layer.
Boop, 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 boop.
Separate.
Boop, 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 boop.
Join.
Boop, 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 boop.
Layer. GP layer. Oh, boy. That's a whole new layer.
What? For the...
I can send...
They can't be all together.
I can send GP layer to copy layer to cat eyes list. And then Alapak, how you been though, man? Haven't heard from you in a minute. It's been a minute, man. I ain't seen you in a while. Around these here parts. I see you've been meching it up as always. Okay, I copied it, but it didn't go. It did not go.
So when I look at my erotic songs, they're pretty kind of silly, you know, perky and jelly.
Perky and jelly.
But am I just being too judgmental on myself?
Probably.
Perky. I think I expect something better from myself, but this is all I have is perky and jelly.
And go.
Hello.
Alapak is working late lots.
Late lots?
He's got lots for sale.
Oh, working.
He's got lots for
The
sale.
lots? Why are the lots late? Why are the lots late?
All right. We'll
Tell them to
add,
get on
another-
time. So I have lots of notes. I have lots of paper with has lines. It has paper and it has lines.
Paper lines.
Yes, and it each was once probably a tree. Mm-hmm.
Caught the hive train. Let me take a look. What's going on the hive? On the hivosphere.
Oh, what's going on in Hiveland?
Where's my trading view?
Boom,
Trading.
Boom, 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 boom. I love you, kitty. You looking fierce. Keep up the good work, kitty.
Cyber Monday. I gotta go to Brave. I gotta go to Brave. Oh, it's gonna go over here? That's fine. I like that.
Boom, 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 boom.
I like it when it all goes somewhere that I want it to go. But as far as the hive train, I haven't done jack shit.
Ooh, jack shit. Ooh,
I
jack
ain't
shit.
done nothing.
I'm just gonna name the names of some of my songs. Maybe just saying them out
I see
loud.
Hive
They
is
may
up to
fix-
$2. Holy, I was, honestly, man, when you tell me about Hive, I was like, why is Hive
Scared mouse.
not even $1?
Kitty in high grass. Feeding the goats.
And I see it's over $2.
It's a dinosaur, not a Vavaseer, my dear.
Yeah, I'm bad with my finances. Do not get any financial advice from me.
Hey,
guys.
hey. Don't send that out in the universe.
Don't get any financial. I'm not a financial advisor.
That's better. Disclaimer.
And I would, I got this trading view thing. I would like to set it up so it does buy and sell orders
Choo, choo, choo.
on automatic, but I don't know how to do that.
Counts in their castles. Sound family love.
Just keep posting your content. Hit 350 on Wednesday.
Asheville or Asheville.
It
Fair
hit
for all.
350 on Wednesday. Hive did.
Long game. Long game.
350
Long game.
to the moon. I guess I'll have to get some at some
Log.
point.
I thought you had some.
Well, we do have some that Alapok gave us.
I know.
So
Thank you,
graciously,
Alapok.
with his Alapok heart.
So how much is ours worth now?
Ours is probably worth like $9.
Woo! In hot cotton.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
In
I gotta go.
hot cotton. Do, do,
I gotta
do.
go.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Goat walk. I'm continue reading my titles of my songs.
Well, you got to speak up though. You can't.
Dog.
You can't be over there mumbling.
Well,
the
I didn't want to
microphone.
overshadow to old soldiers.
Too old. Not too old. Too old.
2 old soldiers.
How many? Or is it just two? Is it?
All of them.
Are you telling me?
All of them.
Are you sending the message to the soldiers?
All of the old soldiers.
Yeah, I haven't posted, man.
Means talking.
I haven't posted in a minute, but
Nappy pig.
let's see. Where's the wallet? Where's the
Shore
wallet?
stand.
The wallet.
Gone be death, war, and hell. Noodle, doodle, poodle.
Poodle noodle.
Everything is being written.
They paid me
Goes
out.
away.
I got paid out 0.073 Hive from my posts.
How could I forget turkey, turkey, turtle?
My posts. We got $11. $11.40.
Ooh wee.
Yeah, I feel like, man, I'm on divine time. with all
Who
this.
did the last rug pull? You remember here last week there was another rug pull.
Oh man, there's a rug every day. Every minute is a rug. Is a rug
so
pull.
don't invest money you can't afford to lose. Bet on people like us going
Defo.
into this news future. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So the cat's like, oh, you have a mouse? You have a mouse? Show me your mouse. Otherwise, I will kill you.
Wow, why is he gotta kill everybody?
Murder.
Do we have to do that?
Murder. It's murder.
Well, after
murder.
everything's murdered, then what do we do?
And then you.
Let's just pretend.
and then
Okay,
you murder,
everything's
murder,
murdered.
Murder. You. Murder. You did what?
No, I think these are good animations. They're different, Bean. I like it. Making that small and big when,
Yeah, maybe you just
it's
talk
different.
through your eyes or something.
Yeah, I like it. Well, but I like with the mouth too.
Yeah, no, the mouth is the pièce de resistance.
Now do them all at the same time. Eyes and mouth. Boom, boom.
Well, that'll be for another time.
That'll be for another day.
That'll be for another time.
Thank you for joining our show today.
For sure. Is there anything else we got to cover today?
I'm
I'm going to end this stream, but then start up another stream.
Boom. Oh. Now you got to go level up in Halo, right?
Yeah, I got to get ranked up.
All right.
And I saw this is how somebody was running their stream. I'm itchy.
Thank you for not letting me. Thank you for people for
Thanks for
listening.
making this happen because, like I said, y'all, I was ready to sleep in today.
No, it's time. It's time to talk about vaginas and
I love talking about
people
vaginas.
that have vaginas. It's time for them to talk about their vaginas and not vaginas defined
not just
by
people
other
without vaginas talking about vaginas.
not other people's controlling vaginas. Is vaginas talking about self-control, self-pleasure,
self-determination, self-determinated
self-discovery,
vaginas,
self-spreading, self-forgiveness. Yes, I have a song. It's called
self-spreading.
Forgive Your Thighs.
Forgive your thighs. Forgive your thighs.
Or is it thighs? My thighs forgive you. Like, my eyes adored you. Though I never laid a hand on you, my thighs adored you. Though a million miles away, how I looked for you. And my thighs adored you. And that is where we play.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
that is adorable.
Thank you, Froggy.
That's a sweet song.
This is just beginning.
That's a sweet frog song.
Yeah, well, vaginas are sweet. Punanis are sweet. They are. Thanks for showing that. I like the little pussy cat you're making.
Yeah, that's a nice looking cat
A
right
pussy
there.
pirate.
It's a pussy pirate.
Pussy pirate.
I like it.
Pussy pirate.
I
She's
like
a
it.
pussy pirate. I don't know what that is. That's okay.
But yeah, but I saw on somebody else's stream that
Mm-hmm.
they actually scheduled 2 streams. So he did like a Twitter review. It was like a live Twitter review of streamers' Twitter accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, he wanted to play video games, so he set up another stream. So he has the content and the value that he puts in the beginning, and then he plays video games at the end. It's all separate. This is all separate.
That's kind of how we used to do it, but you used to just do it all one. And
I would do it all one, but he split it, and then he quit it.
He split it, and then he quit it, and then they slapped it, and then they stroke it, and then they roll it, and then they twirl it and squirrel it. I guess it's time for me to go. Thank you.
But yeah, so we're gonna kill this one.
Bye.
I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna see what's going on. I really, guys, want to try to get into the competitive Halo esports.
On this journey, thanks for being with me on this journey. Thank you.
That just means I got to get good.
He got to get good fast.
But I do want to compete in
He
Halo.
gotta get good
I've been playing Halo
fast.
since 2001. Since it came out 20 years ago. And I ain't got no better or no good.
He ain't got no better.
So
But you have to play to get good.
This isn't play. This is
just
competing.
don't level up by just talking about it.
This isn't playing. This is competing.
It's
professionally.
competing.
I'm going to compete. I'm going to be a Halo professional.
He's a professional. Doesn't he look professional?
I normally don't like to tell my dreams to people, my desires, my visions.
He's dressed in black.
Because people like to come around and say, your dreams suck or you shouldn't do that. And so it just becomes a waste of thought energy to give that. But I'm telling you now.
But you're wearing a cap.
I'm wearing a hat that protects my thoughts.
And you have a beard.
And the beard protects my chin.
And then you have on black.
And but yeah, so they did announce the Halo
You
Championship.
little Buddha, you.
The Halo Championship season.
Little Buddha.
Well, I asked that the Lord work through me through my Halo
Little
skills.
Buddha.
I asked that the spirits of
You
the
little
divine
avatar.
show up here and use me
Amen.
to spread the word of all the stuff that we're here to say so that we can get it done and move on and have some food, make some love, play some games. You know, we as humans, we are not designed for war.
Now.
If we were designed for war, we would have turtle shells.
Exactly.
Or rail guns for eyes.
But we don't.
No, we don't.
So let's just make more cuddle spaces and gaming spaces and places to eat food and roll around in warm water and squish around and be all like happy.
Yeah.
Let's all be happy.
So we're going to take the gospel all the way to the championship.
Right.
Yeah, they just announced the Halo championship
season. Bring home all
season.
Soldiers and give them a place to be. A place to unlearn war and peace and harmony.
I keep trying to like look at you, but you had your eyes closed.
What?
You were in the zone. I was like, but you're like, I'm over here dancing and singing. And I'm like, I can't be mad at you.
No, you can't.
But the Halo Championship Series is going through next September.
Wow.
So for the next year,
whoa,
they're going to be competing. A lot of competition.
You say they or you?
They. Everyone who's
Does that include you?
Damn well better.
Well, I didn't hear you included. Included, looking like a little frog eyes, frog eyes. Bloop. Frog eyes.
Okay.
Frog eyes.
All right. No. Hey, you can't sing in here. You can't. You can sing. You can sing.
Boop, 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 boop.
But yeah,
boop,
I don't know. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I guess we'll see you guys Thursday. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Probably. Most likely. What are we talking about? I don't know. Next Saturday as well. We'll be here.
Just
11.
talk about me.
All right. We'll be talking about Pirate Queen.
And Erotica.
Indigo Cat making erotica art. So come check that out.
Perhaps I can actually bring some pictures that you can have made into whatever magic, how it goes magic on the screen.
I don't have any magical abilities.
It goes magic. You go like picture and it goes magic and it's on the screen like magic.
I have no
that's what I
magical
want
abilities.
Is magic. Magic.
All right. But yeah. So I'll
love you all. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Be you. You be you being you. Be you. Be you. Be you.
All right, everybody. Say goodbye to Pirate Queen. And say hello
TTFN
to the abolitionist ocean. Please come on in.
Tsunami.
Come on in. The water is fine.
Tsunami.
We need you folks to be abolitionists.
Tsunami.
On this abolitionist ocean. You can either text 52886. You're going to send them all one word. And the exception, all one word, 52886. Please do it. That will send you a petition for the abolitionist amendment, which is pretty kick-ass, if I say so myself. You can also be a supporter of folks on the inside through these abolitionist groups, where you'll either learn about the history and the now of abolition. You can learn about Amend the 13th, which is a really powerful group. They have a program called Strategic Release. It's where you get people out of the prison who don't need to be there because they know that they can do good in the community and they want to make a lifetime commitment to do so. That was a program invented, wrote up, designed, dreamed by Joka Hashima Jensai while he was in solitary. So just like George Jackson, man, there's people alive putting their heart onto paper and words to make ideas for us, with us, so that we don't have to fight anymore, man. So that we can fight for just like community liberation. So that's Amend the 13th. You know, there's abolishslavery.us who's behind the petition, and Ubuntu.com. That is the jailhouse lawyers speak, imprisoned human rights activists. All right, support these guys, love these guys. They are just kick ass. All right. But that's all I got today. Oh, wait, no. Last thing is outthemud.jls. And so we can spread seasonal joy. You can hit them up if you want to get a contact so you can write a letter to a prisoner on the inside. This is like so important. It just kind of gives them contact to the outside world. which is really difficult to do. And they're making it harder to get letters to folks. They're making it harder to communicate with people on the inside. Either you have to pay or whatever. It's just not good. But you can reach out to outthemud.jls. They'll hook you up with somebody to write a letter to, or you can be a holiday sponsor to give a child or children some holiday seasonal joy for for those who might have incarcerated parents. And if all that's just a little bit out of reach, but you can still help with maybe postage donations, jump on Cash App or Venmo, hit them up at A Rebels World. All right, A Rebels World. That's what's going on there. And my captions are dead. No, they're not. All right, cool. Anyway, I'm gone. Thank you, Pirate Queen. Thank you, everybody that's been coming through. We love you guys. We will see you guys shortly. I'll be back with some Halo, and that's what's happening. Halo!